Hey, this is Jay Odinho, and this is the Payslip Distributor, a Python program that I made that sends PDF payslips via email and Facebook Messenger to the employees of clients. Here we use GCP, Google Cloud Platform, to send email and uses Google Drive API to store the logs that clients can access. And through this, we can also access spreadsheets. And we also use Pandas, which is a Python library. We use this to get information from our input Excel file. And for the graphical user interface you see here, we use custom ticking enter that's made by Tom Szymanski. And we also use Messenger API, so we could send payslips via Messenger. Okay, so now what this program basically does is it gets information from Excel files like this, which contains the employee's details about their salary and salary deduction. And that will be converted to a payslip, then be sent via email and Messenger. So we need to set up a few things first. Here in our Google Drive, we need to make two folders, logs and tool logs. We use Google Drive so the client, our client, which is the company HR, could access the logs. We also need these spreadsheets right here. Again, we use Google Sheets so our clients could adjust information. So the client needs to input the employee name. So these are just generic names. And they need to map out the messenger names of that employee. For now, I'll use mine. And for the conversation ID, this would be automatically generated, so we don't need to input anything here. Then for the other spreadsheet, right here, this is where we'll get information such as the column index, which will map out to our Excel file. Let's see here. For example, I'll use the other one, which is the superstar. Okay. For example, we have the client of our client. Our client is the company HR, and their client is the superstar. So basically, this is their client, and this should be same as the file name, the sheet tab here, and also right here. We could use wildcards just in case the tab name is changing from one file to another. Here, like so. You have the start row, which is basically where we'll start the information, and then the payroll period here. Then the columns, name column B, email column E, and so on and so forth. So here. We also have for the deductions. We'll map this out. For example, column BD. See here, we mapped out the SSS deduction. And here we have fixed parameters. Basically, these are mandatory parameters that would always be shown in the payslip, regardless if there's value in it or not. For example, if an employee did not render an OT, that would still reflect in his paycheck. So there would be a value of 0 reflecting there. Going back to our tool, here is the general layout. Here we have our made up client. Then here we'll see the progress of the files, the total progress, and here is the settings. So we could switch the themes from light mode to dark mode. I'll just show you. And the data folder. When we switch modes, a file would be created. So whenever we open the software again, it would be open in the preferred mode you like. For me, I like the dark mode. It's more aesthetically pleasing to me. It's easy on the eyes. So next we have the settings here. So there's two modes. There's sending enabled and create PDF only. This is for when you want to check the output file first. If there's any discrepancies and if the file is correct, then you could switch it back to sending mode. Then you could automatically send that to the employees of the clients. Then we have the next setting. There's standard and monthly. Standard basically means every 15 days. So this is for the payroll scope. So we'll set it to standard. Here we have the start date and end date of the payroll scope. This is dynamic. So when we change the start date, the end date will also change. But if we want, we could extend the date. But for now, we'll go to March 1 to March 15. Then we'll just make sure our files are in the files folder. So our Excel files are here. Then we'll just need to click start. A confirmation dialog, then we'll just hit OK. Then it's getting to process. Then we'll see our files here queued up. This will take a while, so it will check every employee. So it's still processing, so we'll see the progress here. And here in the yellow text, you can see warning messages that indicates that the employee's messenger name is not indicated in the data file. This is not a big issue. It would still send the PDF payslip via email. So it's okay if the, for example, employee does not have a Facebook, so it would send to his or her email instead. So here, one file is done. Then we have another file right here. Okay. Now it's done. So process has finished. We'll double check. So it will also create the files here. Oh, here. It would put the Excel files and finish folder. And then we'll have the logs, then our payslip. But with output here. And also, let's check the email if it's sent to the employee. For this, I set my email to the employee email. Here's the body. And here's the PDF attachment. Let's see here the number of days worked, the total, the gross amount, the deductions, and the net pay. Let's see in our messenger. So it generated a message. So, hi James, here's your payslip for March 1 to 15. And we'll see our, oh, we need to download it. So, okay. So let's download it and see here. So we have our gross pay with the deductions for undertime and additional deductions for card, and we have our net pay. So basically, that's what our tool does.